A person could maybe be sort of smart and think that if somebody else sees that marker, they'll assume that whatever they're marking on that side, people are going to look on that side, but maybe that marker is for this side instead. It's a bit of a game that they play. I don't know I haven't seen any indication this is a protected area. A lot of pine, straight, narrow pine. Thinking that it's forested at certain times. Very easy to walk through the pine forest too. Don't have any problems with brambles or vines or all kinds of little bushes. Walk between the trees pretty easy in this patch. Something stirred up these needles. Some kind of animal. What were they doing that for? Weird behavior. Okay, I just got notification that I'm recording through the USB. So here I am. I'm using my wireless mic just as a test on my phone, because I might want to do other things on the phone with something like this quickly and not just use my GoPro. Maybe do a little dance. That way I can actually see myself doing it and also record the audio. Maybe sing the song that's going through my head. Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So there we go. Smells like rotten fish. Looks like people have been, that's probably what it is. Something rotten. They shot up the garbage can. I think people have been camping here. Not a whole lot though, but it's being done. Camping on the beach. And it's not too busy. I'm a little surprised that there's actually waves, natural waves. Shows how big this lake is. And I think it's man-made too. And it's down quite a bit. I mean, it has to reach where this erosion is showing. Yeah, I really don't feel like parking at the beach. I don't need to. Where I'm at is fine. I bicycled here and just wanted to get a look at all the features. I don't need to be actually sleeping here at night too. Just get a feel for the area. So that's a man-made dam off in the distance. All they're doing is they stop the water so that it collects more in this lake, which is now called Sardis Lake, so that it can overflow and cause erosion all around and bring the sediment of the land around this man-made lake into the water so that it fills up. I wonder how often the water reaches to this height. Perhaps they have dikes or something to control too much overflow. Alright, I gotta search in my car, but here it is. Hey Poochie, yep, you found me. Good job. They got a hunting dog just going all over the place. He's friendly. All right. Now the hunters are coming over. All right. That got my attention. Yep. Good boy, you found my car. So this is what I get now for the hotspot. And I'm using a dumb battery. This like smart batteries will just simply stop trying to charge it. So I'm using like an older battery to try to charge it, to force through when it was stopping so I could understand. And with an older, dumber battery, I see that it's just, I don't know why this hotspot is just failing to charge. It died, is failing to charge now. And I got like 15 gigabytes and I was reaching Wi-Fi, but now it just stopped charging. I use different cords, different batteries. This is the dumb battery. Oh, it feels like it's warming up. So I think it might have gotten wet, possibly. Yeah, it's getting really warm. Oh my God. Batesville, Mississippi, Batesville. Whoops. Alright, so my first hotspot died, and I looked on the internet to see if I could find any solutions, and there's no decent solutions, so I go on to this chat on the Straight Talk app. They ask for IMEI, and that's for the new one, and then they asked the IMEI for the old hotspot, but that information didn't seem to go anywhere with them. They just kind of ask for it as kind of a courtesy or something. They don't email. They say I have to talk only on the phone, which I don't have a phone plan. This took about 30 minutes for them to just give up on me. They give up on you on the chat. That's it. Thank you for chatting. I just got on to chat. Right, so this is a little bit better customer service. This person actually knew what to do. They didn't demand I give them a real name. And I was prepared to give the old IMEI this time, and then we did a verification through my email, which the first person didn't do, and then they went through their process on their end to switch the old hotspot with the new hotspot. Very different training. Could be the difference in experience working here. I don't know, but I couldn't just give up after the first person. I tried again to get another person, and now it works. So I got a little bit of a neighbor that just moved in. Should have figured. Alright, I'm never really perfect on trying to toast sesame seeds. It's kind of a necessity. They smell smoky. I'm looking for like real burn, and I'm not seeing it. I don't want to overburn. I don't want to underburn, because they don't taste great raw. There's that perfect middle, and it's a very artistic approach. It's hard to get exactly right. Batesville, Mississippi, Batesville, Mississippi. So I gotta say, I like the smell of copper and cedar. If there's only some way to combine those smells properly. coming down pretty good. So expect to see chives, wild chives, up until I get to St. Louis, then I'll stop seeing them. That's what I saw as I was coming south of St. Louis, as I started seeing them after I got past St. Louis, heading south. The Batesville Mounds, A Journey of Time and Nature. There's 3 mounds they've got on this sign, and a pit or 2, scars from the Native American times. So they've been making mounds up in Wisconsin and down south of not Nashville, the other city in Tennessee. But I'm pretty sure they didn't really make mounds in Louisiana. Alright, I'm at Mound A. They don't want us walking on the mound. It doesn't look like much, but they're sure that there's it was Indian hill made after Jesus died 100 years ago or so. Yeah, not much how you would even recognize that unless they dug into a mound that looked similar and found all kinds of crazy things. And this is a mound up ahead. What's weird to me is at Indian Mounds Park in Rice Lake, Wisconsin, they got no problem people walking on all those Indian mounds. There was a trail that developed, but here the city is ordering us not to walk on the mound. It's a big difference in how they perceive the mounds. That's practically like telling us not to walk through cemeteries. Borrow pits are holes from which clay has been excavated. So they're saying that the Indians, Native Americans, this is a man-made hole by them going for that clay. This is a good source for clay. It's certainly a good source for the spring onions. There's a ton around here. Wow. Alright, I'm here at the Indian Mound. You can see it's just over here. But what's most interesting to me are all these spring onions. These are crazy. I should like to get myself a few of these. They're just so tall. I just cooked some eggs and they come out so easy. It's just that time of year. Didn't expect to see any out here, but here they are. Take as many as you want, but you can only eat so many. So this is a good amount. Just have enough for a meal. Alright, and this is the tallest mound out here. It goes from small, medium to pretty tall. Mound C, A, B, and C. It's about 30 to 40 feet tall. I guess this looks a little unnatural, but wow, put some work behind that. 20 to 21 feet tall. Okay. Affected by looting, illegal hunting, pillaging for lithics and ceramics. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Somehow the seeds of trees got on top, most likely by birds or a really strong wind. And this nature trail is way too muddy. It did just recently rain, so that'd be a problem. Yeah, my first experience with Indian Mounds was in Rice Lake, Wisconsin at Indian Mounds Park, which is across the street from the Convalescent Center, which is a place for old people that my mom worked for many years. The Convalescent Center doesn't mean recreational center, convalescent. And they, out their front windows, they saw the Indian mounds, which are much smaller than this. So we're talking about a difference in the approach to Indian mounds. Here, either there's such a difference in size because of Indian preference, or the archaeologists getting into the mounds. I don't know, but they're more uniform and smaller in the north. This I haven't really, I guess I can't really say I've seen a whole lot of Indian mounds. Only maybe 2 or 3 different sites between Minnesota and Wisconsin compared to this. I think this is more of a scare tactic. I never see those signs in Louisiana. There's a lot of garbage around here and evidence of old structures. I think somebody had a house here of some kind of a dock that overlooked the river, the Tallahatchie River, which is right next to the mounds. Wow, the erosion is crazy. The last rain knocked a few things down. Yeah, trees in the water, probably from the rain. So on this curved road that I'm on, it's got signs that say no parking. And oh, yeah, it's owned by Love's. So everything within. So I'm at the mercy of Love's property right now. And they don't want people parking on the side of this road. It seems like the higher gig prices are a Walmart thing more than smaller grocery chains. Flashing lights. They just drive around with flashing lights recreationally. Senatobia, Mississippi. Senatobia. Couple of divas in this car. Alright, I spent the day here at this library. That's something else. Library / park. Spent the day here. Can't believe I did that. These type of things happen. I think I'd like to come back tomorrow. I think. And they're doing some construction on the parking lot. I would park there. I'd prefer that. But the parking lot here wasn't that busy anyway. I guess they can afford to have the parking lot closed down, because it didn't really seem to get busy in the library parking lot area. There's this weird soap smell that becomes really strong at times, like a wafts over here becomes strong, and I think it's mildly affecting my heart in a way I don't like. I think that's why I'm getting weird feelings, is because of that weird smell. So I'm just gonna circle this small town, downtown, small town from the library today, second day. I was a little too nervous to do that on day 1, but day 2, I'm feeling more confident. It's like when you put fish in the tank, you gotta keep them in the bag for a couple hours. You don't just drop the fish in the tank immediately. They need time for just to get comfortable. I learned that when my mom was buying fish. What is this? Construction stuff? Doing a little construction around here. They got more historical signs around here. Murals, signs. There's one across the street. It's not too busy of a road that I can reach it. Senatobia Police Department and Court. That'd be the municipal court. Operates outside of the main courthouse. Here, I thought I was being visited. He's going into the store. Coldwater, Mississippi. Coldwater, Mississippi. Alright, so I'm told to stay on the gravel road. But this doesn't seem too bad. I don't know why they would be harsh on me. This is USA property. So this isn't really this may be a farm field, but it's a farm field on USA property. Why am I looking at a grandfather clock? Made in China. Movement made in Korea. Case made in China. Movement made in Korea. Assembled in China. Back and forth. A German grandfather clock. With next to a diabetic needle. So I could... We got a little problem. We're not too far outside of the town, so they're coming back here for various reasons. The gosh darn public are messing up the public use areas. I got this feeling like my heart is in trouble, but every measure I can do to test my heart seems to be testing positively. Doing the cayenne pepper test, I used a lot of it, and my mouth is burning. So my circulation's good, because in the past when I really felt my circulation was down, I didn't feel the burning. So that test passes. I don't really like the stress test idea, because I'm resting. I don't want to stress myself out. I want if I don't feel right while I'm resting, I want to be able to test. I think cayenne pepper is a good way. And if I can burn my mouth, then I can have excess. It just feels so off though. Cayenne pepper can't be the only test. Alright, I'm in the public use area. I walked edge of the forest down a field for my car to reach this water. I think it's a river of some kind, but really slow moving. Clean enough looking kind of river. And then it's definitely flooded over into the forest quite a bit over the years. And that river has carried a lot of garbage, which has been distributed quite a bit. Although it's hard to believe. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this garbage has been just scattered here as an old landfill. Because there's no way some of these objects could have floated down the river. Open jars, I can understand closed jars, but open ones, actually, all this garbage, and I mean, I'm talking old garbage that's just covering the whole area, all over this forest, is evenly distributed, as probably multiple layers, maybe the first foot, but over the years it's been getting covered up by soil. But it's a public use area that's owned by the USA. It's a light bulb. It's done now, and it must have been a different kind of use before public use, a garbage type of use. Water channel or deer trail? Are the deer capable of using the same route over and over again enough to create a little bit of a trench to turn it into a water channel, which can then just spiral into a creek and a possible river?